Hey everybody, this is Joe, your High Deserts Aquatic Genius. And what I'm going to do is I'm showing you an air system that we're doing today. That way you can try to do this yourself if you maybe need to try it for your pond. But what we're using here is an Alita pump. It's made by the Alita company, and this is the 40 liter, so it's called the AL40. They're pretty much turned out to be my favorite pumps. I really got to like the company, and they do a lot of good testing and taught me a lot about these. So here we go. What I did is I ran a 40-foot system, and we have the tie-in connection here, weighted tubing. We transitioned into PVC. I used 3/4 inch PVC thin wall. That way we have high volume for this long run, because we put the air pump inside the water house for the water well. This way it gets plenty of air circulation. You don't want to put these under a dog house, or you don't want to put one of those plastic covers from Home Depot over them, because they don't breathe. You do have to let it breathe. You got to have a good airflow. This is where you're going to take every couple months and pull that air filter and clean it out. So make sure they have plenty of ventilation. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go down here. What we did is we trenched right through here. It's real rocky. We're out here in the Marianas Apple Valley, and you can't tell that we trenched because we're really good like that. But here we go. We went right through the planter with a single piece of 3/4 inch. I just did a bend on it, and we put some marking tape underneath the ground. That way if the customer's ever having some work done, they can come out here and they can find the line without breaking it, because you don't want to break an air line. It's the worst. You get a little bit of air in there and your stones aren't going to work anymore. And what I have built here is a manifold. It's a 4-valve manifold that I make. I have them so that way they all get equal pressure. This AL40 is really going almost 40 feet away. If you see where that well house is, that's where the pump is. Comes all the way through the landscaping, all the way over here. So it's got a lot of good power, and I have 4 of the AL stones on here, the 6-inch stones. I have each valve so that way I can control each stone. Now looking at this waterfall, as you can see, I have 1 stone there from the ups of the waterfall. They kind of keep things rising and moving and bubbling in that spot. Over here on the furthest end, it needs the most attention, because if you look at this tree that we're under right here, this thing drops so many leaves and has for so many years. So what we're using this for is a diversion for the predators to try to come get the fish, but also it keeps everything moving towards that skimmer. That's the Aquascape Classic that's down there. Has 2 pumps in it running both of these waterfalls. Those are Pond Builder waterfalls. We put those back in I would say 2006 I guess. And because this pond had no filtration system on it, so we've done some stuff in the past to it. Okay, we have number 2 stone right here. This one's real powerful. This one over here has a lot of great power as well. You can see that the AL40 does 4 stones with absolutely no problem. We put the weighted tubing just on top. That way we can move these things around, adjust them wherever we want to put them. So that way we can make adjustments, because I do maintenance here. So once we get the air system kind of going and all this stuff and figured out, then I'll bury it down. But by then that line will probably turn the same color as your pond. You won't even notice it. So what happens here is you see all these little leaves and all that stuff, those seed pods. That's what we're really also trying to get from this end. We keep everything bubbling right here. We got the flow of those 2 awesome waterfalls, everything pushing down towards the skimmer. And as you can see, it's been helping already. So if you have any questions, you can always look us up, aquaticgenius.net, or you can contact us, Vivid Water Gardens. Just type it in online, Vivid Water Gardens, or if you're in our area, Apple Valley, High Desert area, just type in pond and we come up. And you wouldn't believe how much these seeds are just constantly coming down. So this is really going to help this pond out a lot. So what this is an AL40 ponds air system for large ponds. Hope this helps you out. Talk to you soon.